page. I gotta update all my stuff, but just some posts and stuff about the house and showing inside and stuff like that. Then I get a text message. Everything goes downhill. I'm on YouTube. I'm watching this sermon, and the pastor, she mentioned something about crying, and I just started crying, and I was 3 months ahead, you guys. 3 months ahead. One text and I got nothing. I don't have a dime to my name. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Yasherica, and this video is going to be part 3 of not where I want to be in my 20s. On this one, I talk about dealing with loss after loss, from money and family to hope and time. But first, let me catch everyone up to the previous videos I've done so far. So I started with this realistic jobless day in my 20s video that spoke on me being stuck. And now this series speaks on what went wrong and why I got stuck in life. So if you're new to my channel or don't really know me, I am very honest and transparent about the things that go on in my life, and I am telling that story in these videos. Now, in part 1, I talk about chasing a career for 10 plus years, so I pretty much had an interest in that career since middle school. Now, this particular career does not require college. It has its own schooling, and so college pretty much ruined it. So here's a preview of the last video. Now, I made like $4,000 on that house that I sold, so half of that money I paid to go back to school. I paid for college. I paid my tuition at the time. I'm like, I can't do this because I have no availability whatsoever. But after that, I decide to go back to college. Everything has went downhill from there. All this time I was in college, I was still paying them. Even though I was not active, I was not selling houses, I was not meeting with clients, I was still paying them because I was like, no, this ain't it. This ain't over. Yeah, it's a lot, but let me tell you guys where I left off at in part 2 so we can begin part 3. So the career is real estate, and I ended up joining a firm and sold my first house. I showed my career deposit, so how much I made, and then how many college classes I had, all the school supplies, and all the college fees and costs. And it costs to be a boss in real estate, so it has its expenses, and I talk about how I was able to maintain that while not active due to college. But here's part 3. So what I did, I spent $2,000 on the phone that I'm recording with right now. It's I'll show you guys. I'll insert a picture or video or something. But now this phone is part of my real estate investment. It is part of my real estate investment. Before I get into that, let me tell you about the phone, why it's $2,000, okay? So this is an iPhone. It's an iPhone 14 Pro Max. So at the time that I bought it, it was the latest one. The 15 had not came out yet. So this phone also has 1 terabyte, which is 1,000 gigabytes. So at the time, it was the latest phone, the biggest size, and the most amount of storage. So it came out to 1,600, so 1,600 and something. And I paid another almost $300 for the insurance. I think it was like another $100 in tax. So that's why it came out to $2,000. But that phone right here is, like I said, is my investment. It was my investment for real estate. Like I said, marketing is a big deal. Marketing is a big deal in real estate. So I bought this phone so that I can do videos. Okay. All right. So let's get back to the phone, right? So this phone is an investment because that's what I meant to go on this phone for. All right. So when I sold the last house, I used Instagram a lot. Now, next time I want to use TikTok because I love TikTok. TikTok is doing good on my personal page. But I was using my Instagram. I had a separate real estate Instagram account. And so I was promoting the home on there. You can see this is my page. I got to update all my stuff, but yeah. So I had some, just some posts and stuff about the house and, showing inside and stuff like that. And so part of the reason I bought this phone was so that I could, I'm already at an hour. I'm definitely going to split this video, be a part 1 and part 2. But I bought the phone so that I could do video. I love videos, always have. My phone, I probably got like 1,000 videos of me and only 10 pictures. Like, I love videos. And so I've done some videos of the previous house that I sold. And, videos are very popular now. You have TikTok videos, you have Instagram Reel videos, you have YouTube, of course, but now they have YouTube Shorts. So doing little clips, little videos have become very popular nowadays. And so I love filming them. And so I got this phone so that I can be able to have, it's more of an all-in-one rather than buying a separate camera or camcorder or video camera only to have to transport it to another device so I can edit it. And I'd rather just get the phone and have it all in one, so I can record it on here, I can edit it on here, I can post it to social media on here. All of that stuff can be done on this one device, which is what I use that phone for. My phone, like I said, that's an iPhone 14 Pro Max. This phone, this is my main phone. This is I call, I text, email, social media, everything on this one. This is a 7. This is a 7, okay? And I'm gonna keep my 7, all right? I'm gonna keep my 7. Did I bring the other phone? I don't think I brought the other phone. Oh, yes, I did. My other phone, I have another one. This is a 6S. Like, let me tell you, I don't be going out buying every phone every year. Like, no. My phone is a 7. It's gonna stay a 7 for a good while. It's still good to me. So yeah, I definitely bought this phone with the intentions for it to be an investment going back into my career. So I got this phone back in April. This is 2023. This is 2024. I bought the phone in April 2023. All right. So moving along. All right. So like I said, I work for a couple of months. I leave Home Depot end of June 2023. Now I left because the main thing was I was moving. I was moving. I've already moved. So I left there, and when I left, I had a good bit of money saved, and then all that money was just going out the window, y'all. All that money, like, because we were supposed to move in a different house, and we didn't move in that house again. And that house, it needed some work, okay? And so I went shopping, and I bought all these cleaning supplies. I'm going to insert that video in here. I spent almost $300 at Walmart worth of cleaning supplies. So, yeah, I did that. Then I had a guinea pig. My guinea, he passed. I miss my guinea. Literally his name, it was just Guinea. We called him Guinea. Honestly, he wasn't even mine. He was my little brother. But, my little brother was, what, 4, 5 at the time? So, he couldn't really take care of him. So, it was mostly me and my grandmother who took care of him. And, he just grew on me. Because at first, I was like, I'm not changing his box and, nothing. but he grew on me and he became mine. And you know, when he got sick, I took him to the vet. I paid, you know, his bill. I paid for his medication, all that stuff. So that took a toll on me, because pets are expensive, man. Even the little ones, I was not expecting to pay. I'm telling y'all, I went to the vet for what, the consultation for them to tell me what was wrong was $100 right there. It was $100 something dollars. Well, what was it, like $127 just for them to tell me what was wrong? I'm like, are you serious? It was ridiculous. So I think it came out to two something. Then I had to pay another $50 on his medication. And I'm like, look here, my doctor appointments, listen, I pay a copay, and you know, I pay for my medication. It ain't nowhere near this. But you know, we could have gotten insurance on them, but I didn't know that. You know, I didn't know what to expect going in there. I didn't know what it was going to cost. But you know, I paid it right then. I paid it off. I paid it then. So anyway, that took some of my money. What else? I don't know. I don't even remember what else. But long story short, this is a long story. This is a very long story. But I had to, what was next? Anyway, we going through all this stuff. Whatever. We move. And as I was preparing to leave my job, I was already looking at DoorDash and, you know, other little side hustles, you know, gigs and stuff for me to make money. Because I was like, you know, after what I went through with Home Depot and with college, you know, work in college, I was like, I just don't have time. If I keep going this route, if I keep doing these things, I'm never going to get back into this career. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, all right, I can't do another job, you know. So I had around $900 saved. And like I said, I spent almost 300 on the on the supplies, on the cleaning supplies, almost 300 for my guinea pig. And so the money was just dropping, okay? It was just going down. I'm like, oh Lord. So like I said, I was already looking to do gig work, because I'm like, this seems a little bit more convenient. It seems more convenient. So I didn't start as soon as expected, because of the moving process. It was a mess, y'all. So like I said, I bought all those cleaning supplies expecting to move into that particular house, and we didn't move in that house again. So we had to wait longer to find somewhere else to go, you know. And so let's see. Like I said, I left end of June. So July came, and you know, I was jobless. And then August came, and around the beginning of August, we got news that my uncle had passed. And this is my grandmother's brother, not my parents, my grandmother's brother. And y'all, that was so shocking to the family. Like, it was the most unexpected thing that could ever happen to this family, y'all. And we finally, after that, we finally moved. Like I said, that was very hard. That was very hard on everybody in the family. And it was hard on me because we were very close, more when I was younger. When I got older, I stopped like coming out often, coming out to see the family because we were in separate cities, same state, just separate cities, about an hour away. And I wasn't seeing the family as much. And I wasn't seeing him as much, and it was just so unexpected because out of my grandmother and all of them, he was the youngest one, so I expected I would have more time to see him, be around him, stuff like that. And so like I said, at the time, me and my grandmother, we was still at the old house. We didn't have a new place to move to, but now we are in his house, in my uncle's house. And it's just been hard, it's been hard, you guys. And let me tell you, it was so hard on me. And I just like, still to this day, like I'm still having, like, I see him in my dreams and stuff like that. But like when we first moved, I was supposed to start doing the DoorDash and all of that stuff as we moved here in September. Finally moved in September. And y'all, I was just not good. I was just not doing okay, like, at all. Like, I wasn't really sleeping. So it was like I couldn't even go out to do nothing. Like, it was just tough, y'all. So I didn't start. Let me pull up my DoorDash, because DoorDash is the only gig work that I've done so far. It's the only thing that I've done. And I started that in late October. So I did that. And I did that until the beginning, maybe around the beginning of December. Yeah, the beginning of December. And then at that time, I didn't really like doing DoorDash. It was mainly in my area. Now, see, I'm out in the country, so I have to go out 20 minutes to get into the city area, and then that city is just not the ideal city that I want to do anything in. So I was like, man, I really don't want to have to drive further out to do a bunch more driving, because when you're doing DoorDash, you're doing deliveries, you're on the road all the time, So I was like, all right, let me try something else. So I want to do a separate video on this, but I applied for an overnight job, overnight stalking. Y'all, I did 2 days of training. I went the first night, never came back, never went back. That was it. Like, I just could not do that. I'm like, this isn't going to work. And let me tell you something I've learned about myself. I learned that I will try. I've tried, I've tried college twice. I've tried to associate this career with a regular job. I've tried, day job. I've tried it, overnight job, like, and it's just been so discouraging for me because it's like everything that I've tried, it just have not worked. It just has not worked out. I've been trying to get back into this career, and time just keeps ticking and ticking and ticking. So I was like, this is the end of December, right? that I did that overnight job. So now we are here in January 2024. And last week, well, 2 weeks ago, really, almost 2 weeks ago, one Friday, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and just see what I can do. I'm gonna do because all this time has went by, y'all. Like 2 years has went by. I've been maintaining. Honestly, I've been behind 2 months on with my company, with EXP Realty. I've been behind 2 months, and I've made up for that after Christmas. After Christmas, with the Christmas money that I got, I paid it off. So I'm back on track with that. And there was one payment. Am I ready for that story? I don't even know where I left off at. I don't even remember where I was at before I even mentioned this money. So forget it. I'm ready for it. Okay, so no, I pretty much said once I got into this month, I was like, all right, so, since I've been paying everything, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go back into real estate. I'm just going to do my DoorDash. I'm going to do it in another city, and, whatever scrap money I get, I'll just make it work. I'll just have to make it work, because I've tried to work a job, and I cannot work a job and do this career. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll just make it work with what I got, with what little money I got. So every weekday, my company has a meeting, and I went to, it was on a Friday, and I went to the meeting, and I was like, all right, this is good. I'm making progress. Monday came. Monday was for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so we didn't have a meeting. Tuesday we had a meeting. So I'm already up. The meeting starts at, does it start 8:30? Starts 8:30. So I'm already up. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm about to get back into my career. I was, positive. I had time to watch a sermon. I was watching one of my pastors, and I was just in a good mood. I was ready to go. Then I get a text message. Everything goes downhill. I get a text message from basically a supervisor. Every agent has what's called a broker in charge. We shorten it, we call it a BIC. So we have this broker in charge, which is like a supervisor, and he sends me a text. He sends me a text just like 10 minutes before the meeting. Like, I'm ready to go. He sends me a text and tells me that I have to pay my let me screenshot it. I had to pay my annual dues. Now, I knew of this bill. And like I said, I was like 2 months behind on my payment with them. So that's for the company. I had to pay the association. I knew about the association bill, and at the time it was around $600. And I did not have that type of money, y'all. I didn't have it. And so like I said, I was already behind with them, so I had to make up and pay for what I was behind for with them. So you know, and like I said, I was 2 months behind. So I had time. I had more time to pay them back. I didn't realize I didn't have that much time to pay the association. And so when he said that, you know, and I'm on YouTube, I'm watching this sermon, and the pastor, she mentioned something about, you know, crying, and I just started crying. And you know, I was like, I knew I didn't have that type of money, and at that time I was a month behind on that one. Like I said, it was $600 at the time. I knew it had went up because of late fees, and I just did not have that type of money. Y'all, no, actually, let me what I had just that same morning, this is like 20 minutes, 15 actually, 15 minutes before he sent me that text, I had this plan. I'm like, I had enough money to pay that company and my phone bill. That's the only bills that I pay right now, you know. And at the time, I had $529 total. That's how much I had in my bank account and what I had cash. Okay. My expenses came out to $141. So $141, that's pretty much what I had to pay a month between the company and my phone bill. So I did the math. I'm like, all right, I got enough money for 3 months to be able to pay my bills in full for 3 months. So I'm like, all right, that's good. I'm on track. I can start back DoorDashing and just keep building my money from there. I should be good. I should be on track. Then 15 minutes after that is when I got the text. I'm telling y'all that, I'm telling you, this is January. This plan I got is January 16th, 2024, 8:06 a.m. Today's the 22nd. All right. So this was last week. All right. Not even a whole week yet, because that was Tuesday. Today's Monday. So that's 8:06 a.m. That text message came at 8:20, same day. Like I said, about 15 minutes later. And you know, when he told me that, my heart just dropped. I'm like, oh, God, I gotta pay that. I gotta pay that soon. And you know, I knew I didn't have the full amount. Like at the time, I only had $529, and it was like, all right. So what happened was, it's like, all right, if I gotta pay that now, I don't have nothing. That whole $529 is gone. Like, talk about, what is it? 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Is that the saying? Like, literally, I was 3 months ahead, you guys. 3 months ahead. One text and I got nothing. I don't have a dime to my name. Child, ain't that something? Anyway, next is going to be part 4 and the finale of this series of Not Where I Want to Be in My 20s. And so in that one, y'all, I'm still crying, still worrying, still struggling, still praying. Okay, that's going to be part of the thumbnail that I do. But, you know, it does have a bit of a happy ending, but not too much of a miracle. So just stay tuned for part 4. I'll see you guys in the next one.